Hello and welcome to the Industrial Boot Camp series, episode number 6, titled The Quarterback. I'm Kerry Rose, Industrial Channel Account Manager for the Southeast. With me again today is Marty Reagan, Industrial Channel Account Manager for the South Central region, and Nick Weissong, Technical Sales Engineer for the Southeast, South Central, and West regions. In episode number 5, we used a football analogy to highlight Panduit's basic building blocks and how a building blocks approach is applied to a TIA 1005 industrial network architecture. Today, we're going to examine just the micro data center, or we call the quarterback. So why a micro data center? The micro data center is now the place of convergence between OT and IT. Just like the quarterback is the link between the coaching staff and the players on the field. Legacy protocols are being replaced by Ethernet. Information collection is right out to the edge of the network and is now critical to the operation of the plant. The micro data center allows equipment to be placed in a safe space in or near the manufacturing space. It is a single space to house network infrastructure such as core switches and servers and distribution, primarily for fiber cable infrastructure. However, you can do copper distribution from the micro data center, and by the TIA 1005 model, we can actually reach the edge of the network by incorporating layer 1 switching into the MDC. The building or the implementation of a micro data center is important when the existing infrastructure is inadequate to enable standards-based architecture. This is especially true if the OT network is directly connected to the IT network, both logically and physically. This includes shared switching, server, and data storage resources. Lastly, the MDC will house the industrial demilitarized zones so that the operational technologies network will be separate from the IT network. The MDC then becomes a key point of security and protection of the plant. The micro data center is the single versatile space that incorporates both copper and fiber patching, thermal management, wire management, TIA 607 compliant bonding and grounding. It also contains electrical connections with ample space to expand as the network grows. The physical locking of the MDC enclosure is another piece in the defense in depth strategy. The key concept of the micro data center is that it could stand on its own and run separately from the enterprise network. A good quarterback can run an offense without coaches for a while. As shown in this slide, keeping the listed bulleted items running in the MDC allows the business of the business manufacturing to continue. Now, Nick will address the details of the Panduit micro data center solution and its deployments.
Thanks, Kerry. The micro data center is designed to sit on the layer 3 of the Purdue model and will house the layer 3 switching. Like the quarterback of the football team, the MDC is the decision maker for the factory floor. The micro data center is one of the 3 main building blocks in the Panduit solution-based approach to tackling the network infrastructure. This solution was engineered on the TIA standards and best practices. Everything that goes into the cabinet was thermally tested for performance and optimal design. The MDC is equipped with copper and fiber connectivity, cable management, patch panels, and a fiber tray. The engineering team has also designed in best practices for bonding and grounding of the cabinet and the equipment that will be housed inside. The MDC comes in 2 different NEMA ratings, NEMA 1 and NEMA 12. The NEMA 1 option comes in a 42 RU and a 24 RU. The NEMA 12 version comes in a 42 RU with or without AC cutouts. All the MDCs come with instructions on where to mount the equipment for best thermal and cabling performance. This will ensure you have a repeatable design and your data centers will be deployed in the same manner no matter where or who they are installed. Marty?
Thank you, Nick. From a physical standpoint, the MDC is typically located in a secure place close to the production environment to reduce the number of connections and minimize cable run lengths. The operations team would have easy access for diagnostics and problem solving, as well as providing the ability to isolate networks should threat to production arise. The MDC provides for input and output of the fiber and or copper cabling media that is being integrated at all levels of manufacturing. The typical MICE at this level would be a 1. This slide is an example of a typical deployment with switches and servers installed. To combine these components into the same housing, we have addressed several design considerations. The front of the switches and the back of the servers are installed in the same direction in order to keep connectivity on one side of the cabinet for ease of access. This layout strategy mitigates the risk involved with a less organized solution and reduces network interruptions resulting from common cabling problems. Examples would be difficult to access input-output copper and or fiber cables, patch cords that snag when pulled front to back, and all the cabling crisscrossing would increase the thermals within inside the cabinet. The pre-configured package includes blanking panels for optimized airflow and improved appearance, adequate space for power distribution units, UPS systems, along with grounding and bonding provisions. Finally, this would be an ideal location to deploy a network monitoring tool such as Interview, which we'll discuss in a future episode. Next slide. In this episode, we placed the micro data center within the architecture at cabling subsystem 1 and discussed its importance to a robust network infrastructure. We will continue with the TIA model next time as we move to cabling subsystem 2. Next. Thank you for joining today. Join us for episode 7 as we discuss the industrial distribution frame and its function within the architecture. Please feel free to share these short recordings and reach out to your local territory account manager or contact one of us directly if you need further assistance. We will also post this on our LinkedIn pages as a format to share as well.